What is up, friends? Let me give you a couple disclaimers before you get into today's video. First of all, this is one of our new long form videos. I'd like to know down in the squawk boxes what you think about this, but I'm pretty much decided this is how D&E is going to do business from now on. Less videos, a little bit more time in between them, but I'm going to take my time and try to present you with a longer, higher quality experience. That's going to be the new D&E experience going forward. Additionally, I don't want you thinking that my thumbnail today was clickbait. I went to the junkyard looking for Jeeps and Subaru parts, as always, and when I got there, all I could find were OBS Chevys. So the thumbnail says OBS Chevys, and me in the beginning of the video is talking all about Jeeps and Subarus, but I promise you, I wouldn't clickbait y'all. Just calm down. I wouldn't do that to you. And thirdly, I also shoehorned a little bit about a toolkit in there. That's where we're going to start the video, talking about a toolkit. It's only the first few minutes, so bear with me. I'm reformatting everything on D&E, so conceivably for the next few months things are going to be fluid. We're going to have a bunch of different types of videos, and hopefully you guys will share your feedback with me. Let me know if it's 10s or trash. Without further ado, here's the video. What's up, Buck? I am Doug with D&E in the garage, and today we are going to the junkyard. We need some Jeep stuff, might look into a couple Subaru things. And it's the first nice spring day that I have time to go to the junkyard. First spring junkyard trip of 2022, which you're looking at here if you know me well enough. If you've seen any of our junkyard videos, this is pretty much our standard collection of junkyard tools, all manner. I mean, I could pull a motor with what I've got collected here. Now, the reason we are starting this junkyard video in my garage is because I want to talk about toolboxes today, tool cases. As tool guys, our instinct is to have as many tools with us as we possibly can at all times. So the back seat of my daily looks like this. I carry spare coats and spare tools and brand new tools apparently that I never even opened, and spare things of Diet Dr. Pepper and apparently some Morton salt, because you just never know. And well, friends, I don't think it's going to come as a surprise to y'all that it's kind of a pain in the bahookie carrying this thing all through the yard sometimes, especially if I'm in a yard like Pennsburg. Harry's in Pennsburg. It's on a big old hill. Anyway, a while ago, I put together this little toolkit here to keep on my boat. It is in a waterproof Apache box. These are great. This is the Harbor Freight version of like Pelican camera boxes. They're waterproof. They've got little valves here so you can equalize the air. They're shock resistant. Great little boxes. And this one, the 1800 series, I think was 12 bucks. You can get the next size up for about 15, and then once you about 30 bucks, you can get the big jam. I'm a big fan of these cases. The point was, I wanted to show you guys what I have in here. My intention with making this case was to make the most concise, complete toolkit I could, and I want to see if at the yard today we can actually put it to any good use. Now, I was able to put this toolkit together for 50 bucks. Keep in mind that this was a boat toolkit, but I would keep this in the back of a car. Now, you gotta have a pair of pliers, and for this kit, I went with some Knipex style sliding pliers. These are the 8-inch ones. They're a little smaller. I always, every day of my life, have a Leatherman. My Leatherman has wire cutters, so I didn't put wire cutters in here. It wouldn't make sense. I always have this knife. If I don't, something is terribly, terribly wrong, and a $50 toolkit ain't gonna help me. Pliers, you need an adjustable. I have fallen in love with these dual use ones. One side is a normal adjustable, the other side is a pipe wrench. You use that pipe wrench more than you would think. On the bigger ones, you can use it for spinning tie rods and stuff. These are great. I'm a big fan. Additionally, the wonky angle of the handle makes it so it doesn't slip off if you have to whack it with a BFH. Flat blade screwdriver, more to be used as a pry bar and a chisel than anything else. Enough said. Then we went with this. This is a 1/4-inch adapter for a screwdriver. You will see this more in a minute. This takes 1/4-inch bits, but you could fill your pockets with different size screwdrivers, Torx, Allen all day, and you'd still never have everything you need. Get yourself one of these and a pile of bits. We'll talk about that in a second. This is an Olfa knife. I really like these. If I had to guess, I put this in there for cutting fuel line, because my boat has an outboard with remote tanks on about 10 feet of line, so maybe that's why I had it in there. Wrenches were tough, because the reality of the situation is you don't actually need wrenches all that often. In a boat situation, or even in your day-to-day stuff, yes, if you pop the hood to replace an alternator, obviously you're going to need wrenches, but when I really think about how many small repairs, this little thing broke, that little thing broke, and I didn't need a wrench. Anyway, the point was I had to save space, and so I went with some stubby wrenches. My feeling was I can double wrench them, get one on the other. I can hit them with something, so That was the choice I made, and so far I've been okay, but we will see in the yard today. This may be the sticking point. This may be where the rubber hits the road and sends us off into the rhubarb. And then this is my favorite part about this whole kit. This little Cobalt 1/4-inch kit here. This was $19, and I think it's probably the second best 1/4-inch kit I've ever seen. That gear wrench kit still takes the cake, but it's got T10, 15, 20, 25, right? You've got 10 to 15, and I think about 3/8 to 9/16. Some big flat ones. You got some Allens, Torx. Anyway, the point is, we replace a whole smattering of sockets and screwdrivers and wrenches with this little kit right here. I hope. There we go. All right, well, I've recorded for 7 minutes and I haven't even gotten to the place where I wanted to make the video yet. So point is, I'm gonna carry this one around today, but I'm gonna have this one in the car. Let's see what we can pull with this. Who, buddy buck, I'll tell you what, we are here, Pennsburg, Pennsylvania, the Junkyard on a hill. I need some Subaru parts. If they have a power steering pump that looks good for this 09 Outback, I'd take it. Of course, I need WJ parts, and my mother recently bought a WK, an 09 WK. That's her favorite type of Grand Cherokee, and she wants to restore it. She wants to make it look like the day she rolled off the old assembly line there, and I think that's just 10 out of 10. If you want to know where I got my isms, clearly I got them from my mother. So we're gonna look for some parts that she needs. She needs buttons and, you know, the usual stuff. So without further ado, let's get in there. We got to find some parts. We got to test out that little toolkit. Team, go, break. Well, friends, I don't mind telling you, this is it's just a dirtier yard than the yard we see up in upstate. It's not as level. They don't have the nice big gravel down, that big 3-inch stone, and they don't really clean up as much, if at all. I mean, c'est la vie. You know, we're in a junkyard. What do you expect? Here's a little Subaru. I'm guessing from the custom front area. I'm not gonna want any of the accessories. Yeah, there you go. There's your PS pump. I think we'll leave that guy alone. Huh, these do look like some new wires. That's the kind of thing Eric would definitely take. He calls it a junkyard tune-up. Yeah, definitely new wires. Somebody took the coil off the top, so I'm guessing the coil was new. For all I know, Eric was here, because that's 110% an Eric move. Alrighty, bud, so I'm walking through the yard, and I noticed this big electric fan, and my first thought is, hey, that's potentially a fan that somebody might want to swap on to a 4-liter or something. And then I'm looking and I'm like, what in the fancy fork are we looking at here? These are from something else. This is a 1985 Mercedes-Benz 380, a vehicle I know very little about, but real interesting. V8 or 6, 1 plug, 2 plug, 3 plug, 4 plug, V8. With some kind of crazy, I'm guessing throttle body injection. You seeing this? Now I know there's probably, what is this? This is your ECU, I guess. I guess that's supposed to be over there. Big, you know, sort of 70s style looking air cleaner top there, and then I don't know. The point is, you got some, God only knows what, vacuum stuff, I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at. These were probably fuel lines, send and return, right? Or maybe not. No, maybe those were something else. I don't know what I'm looking at. But I do find it very interesting. You can tell this is some very early fuel injection, because nothing makes any goddamn sense. Here's your throttle linkage here. It's bent. I don't know, I've just never seen this thing. You know, I think it's reminiscent of, I know I compare everything to the Kegger, the Chrysler Kegger, but that is kind of what I'm thinking. So I don't know if anybody has any interest on this, or not interest, information on this motor. Another thing I thought was interesting was these fuses over here. It's hard, I forgot the tripod today, so I'm not an idiot, just bear with me. That's a 25 amp fuse, I believe. I've never actually seen fuses like that before. Relays are kind of old. I don't know. 80s stuff is weird because like half of it, yeah, look at that. Half of it's ahead of its time and it's very 90s, and then half of it is behind its time and it's very 70s. So I find 80s technology is like this weird amalgamation of analog 1970s stuff, pre-digital stuff. I am not a fan of German cars, but I don't know, something about this thing is just calling to me. Maybe it's just got a big V8. 380, does that mean it was a 3.8 V8? And that'd be pretty small, right? I think the 380 is probably not related to the Motorb. I wonder if it's got a, let's see, Morristown PBA 1991. Oh, this is a Jersey car. Yeah, man, somebody was taking care of this thing. Why is it here? Is there damage? I mean, that little dinger, but I hope that's not. I hope they didn't send her down the line just for this little dinger. I'll bet they did, though, because that looks pretty fresh. Maybe it messed up the wheels, too. Let's see, do we see a sticker anywhere that wants to tell me how big this Motorb was? It's weird for me to spend this much time on a German car, but... Oh, this is a 3.8 V6. I'm 110% sure that is not a V6 distributor, so let's try again. It's 3.8 V6, right? Y'all can see that? 3.8 V6, i4 5-liter V6. They don't know. Don't screw a German car. Screw this piece of crap. I found it mildly interesting. All right, here we go. That doesn't tell me crap. Somewhere there's a Mercedes guy? I don't know. Well, anyway, if anybody has any information on a 380, I want to know what size V8 this is. It's relatively big. It doesn't look like a tiny V8. There's stickers all over the goddamn things, but those sneaky Germans didn't think to have any of them actually tell me anything. You know, I gotta give the Germans credit for this. Like, everything, I don't know how well it's coming up, but everything on the bottom of this car is on the same level. Nothing hangs down. I mean, there's like 2 inches of discrepancy from the tip all the way to the tail. It's impressive. You could off-road one of these pretty quick. Be pretty sweet, actually. Huh, interesting steering. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this. Actually, I do know, and I'll tell y'all later, but Germans are notorious for just over-engineering the hell out of their suspension and steering, and I mean, this is a pretty good example of it. Yeah, they're great when they're great, and they're terrible when they go bad. Alrighty, I did not find my Subaru stuff, but I need to get the hell out of the import section. This is neither here nor there, and you can take it however the heck you want to, but I found you meet a different class of people working back here with the trucks and the Jeeps than you do, or than you'd meet with the import sedans. Not for nothing, I feel a little more comfortable up here. Met a lot of not so friendly individuals down there. It doesn't help, it's right by the door, so there's just, you know, a bigger concentration of people down there. You get left alone a bit more up here. I don't know if y'all see what I see. I almost thought that was a 9er for a minute. It's not. I mean, it's not, it's obviously not, but I have 5.2 limited. What year think she is? It's a good color for the ZJ, you know? Oh yeah, look at them seats, boy. Somebody's had their way with her though. She's had a lot of the good bits taken. Wonder if that 5.2 has any giddy up and go left in her. 98, yeah. Sure, why not? She didn't look too bad though. A little worse for wear. But let's not get distracted. I want to head all the way to the top, and then we'll work our way back. My goal, the only vehicle I'm not going to pass today is a WK Grand Cherokee. I need to look in every single WK Grand Cherokee so I can find any parts my mom's needs. Look at this truck. Holy hell, yeah, man. It's a good looking Ford right there, man. Tell you what, 02 F250. Might even be a 350. I don't know how you'd tell. I imagine maybe the number of lugs or something. Yeah, bud. These early aught Fords have absolutely grown on me. I was not a fan of them when I was a kid. I remember as a kid they came out with that step door so that like your arm is resting. I was like, what the hell is that? I thought it was the ugliest thing in the world. But the way vehicle design has progressed, I've grown to love these. Yeah, man, the fronts just look tough. Big, beefy grille. Rectangular headlights still. All right. What is that? What are you? No, it's not a Jeep. It almost looks like one for a minute. It's like a Mazda or something. Honda Pilot. Talk about slammed, eh, bud? There you go. I tell you what, for Jersey, PA, that frame ain't too bad. Right? Let's see, she got it back here where it counts. Oh my goodness. Anybody want a frame swap? Tell you what. So, what is this, like a little Colorado? Gotta be. I think it's a Colorado. Well, I think it was a Colorado. Did they do Colorados with 6, or is this a 1500? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. I'll tell you another vehicle that I've been itching to get my hands on is one of these first-gen Dakotas with the 5.2 or the 5.9, obviously. Oh yeah, bud. I will too. Oh man, these are great seats. 10 out of 10 seats. What is this, about no 2? Go 4? 99. Yeah, buddy. This generation Dodge Dakota is basically a full frame WJ. That's how I feel about it. That's how much I like them. Actually, I guess it's probably closer to a full frame ZJ, isn't it? Given that it came in the 5.2, right? Alrighty. Contestant number 1. Oh, with the 4.7. Not T-bag. Might have the heated seat button I need. Ugh, there's a dirty girl inside. Yeah, we're not going in there. So this thing's very muddy inside. I'm guessing because the sunroof is open. I need some buttons and stuff, but this doesn't have anything I need, and it doesn't have the right motor either. I think these might be the 65-year anniversary seats, though, are they? I'm not sure. It would have a badge if this was the 65th anniversary. They're nice seats, anyway, right? The leather. These WKs have the worst back seats. I like these. And they're growing on me more every day. The back seats are just terribly uncomfortable. The XK Commander is the same way. Not made for adults. There's a fancy little Tahoe badging. Should get that for Eric, though. His isn't a Tahoe, it's a Yukon. I think it annoys him when I call it a Tahoe, but I'm not certain. Here we go. This looks like it's got the 3.7 liter. It always cracks me up how far back they put the 3.7s in these, because they also had to fit the 4.7 and the 5.7 Hemi. So, I mean, you could damn near put 2 3.7s. Put one back there and one right there. Oh, interesting. It's got tinted windows. Here's something that I don't think enough people consider. If you don't do tint yourself and you want tinted windows, come to the Junkyard and get full glass. Now what you've accomplished there is you'll end up with spare glass in case you ever break yours, but it probably costs less than sending it out to get it tinted. I don't know. For me, that makes sense. My goodness, what's going on with these center stacks on WKs? Why are they all gone? I need the buttons. Yeesh. This is pretty yucky. Was there anything else she needs? I'll tell you what. I was tempted to start pulling spares. Got some good... No, don't have good taillights. Never mind, I guess. I have tow hooks for her. I've got a full front end kit. New horn. Some weather techs for... I mean, we're gonna... From the ground up, she wants to do everything. I'm gonna restore her wheels. Oh, get it back up to its fighting weight. Really striking out today, and that's a bummer. Look at this big old heavy Chevy. Oh yeah, buddy, that's my kind of heavy Chevy. Or moreover, that's Eric's kind of heavy Chevy. Big old 5.7 liter TBI on the Blazer. Oh man, this was the truck. What year is this? About probably 97? 93. Yeah, I was way off. Yeah, they weren't still doing TBI in 97, were they? This thing was 10 out of 10, bud. Right? I usually do this every time we go to the yard. I don't always put it on camera, but I try to figure out what vehicle that I saw would I want the most. So far, this one takes it. If I could have any vehicle in this 93 Blazer so far is the one I'd want. Never mind. Changed my mind. You know, I'm a sucker for these old Dodges. This was... Oh, yeah. I'm very confused. Is this... So this is a Dakota, right? Or is that a oh, this is an 87 Dakota, which means that should be the 3.9 liter TBI, but it looks like somebody might have swapped a carb onto it. Or am I crazy? Let me get up there. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let me try to get in here. I don't have a tripod today, so I can't put you fine people down. Let's get one of these guys. Friggin' basically a dwarf. All right. Here we go. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that somebody had swapped on a carburetor. But maybe this spacer is part of the TBI. It's very clearly Mopar badged. And that's definitely the original distributor that came with the TBI, so not actually swapped. But if it wasn't for that distributor, if they'd done things the way Chevy would, it'd be a lot easier to swap these to TBI because you wouldn't have to swap the distributor. But unfortunately on the Dodges, and I think the Fords are the same way, on Ford TBI, if you want to put a carb on, you have to swap the distributor as well. Anyway, I basically have the same Dakota sitting at home. You know what that means, right? I should take all this crap, because if you recall, I had to cut mine. I'm gonna make the confusing choice to not pull that. Yeah, man, this thing was loved. Look, got some good old-fashioned, right? Yeah, I think that's just regular garden hose used for your heater lines there. No big deal. Somebody was loving on this truck. I love these old Dakotas, man. This one's straight as hell, too. It is an absolute shame to see her here. Why is this here? You know, if you are into old cars and you don't at least a little bit despise humanity for sending stuff like this, that, and most of the other vehicles here to the junkyard, then I just don't know that you're really a car guy. Yeah, buddy. Ask to see my wiener. Dodge guys have a certain level of class that you can't buy. You just have to be born with it. Dude, I'm serious. The frame on this is even clean. Why is this here? It's got a dinger right there. Like super clean. Like this was kept on a farm somewhere. I guarantee it. It never saw road salt. You can't keep door sills and the bottom of doors this clean in Jersey and Pennsylvania on the road. You just can't. So I'll bet you this was a farm truck. This kind of suggests that as well. Man, cool as hell. I do need some parts off this, but honestly I'm gonna leave it because well, I'm here for WKs today. I didn't even notice there's another two-door Blazer right here. This is going to be a late 90s, maybe early 2000s, right? Yeah, 2004, which means this is probably a 6-cylinder 4.3, right? And if I'm not mistaken, a 4.3 is a Vortec less 2-cylinders. I don't know. I'm not a Chevy guy. I know I say that all the time, but I really can't stress how much I'm not a Chevy guy. Most of what GM does just really annoys me. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's a Land Rover. Never mind. It's got pretty colors. I'll give them that. All right. Whoa. Let's see now. Man, I'll tell you though, I could spend all day on this truck. Yeah, bud. So this was a farm truck, and he gave it to his son. And his son started right next to see my wiener. No big deal. And for whatever reason, they just brought it here. I mean, conceivably, there's a bunch of confetti in there or something, right? Sorry, I'll move along. I'll tell you one thing about this kit. I've never had it at the yard before. I need to put something orange on it to see so I don't lose it. There you go, a little carbon fiber on the WJ. Not teabag. It's a nice new take on an old classic, right? And then put a little reflector in there, almost make it seem like you meant to do it. Greasy old 4-liter. Want to guess what year this thing is? What year do you think she is? Based on the wheels and the way that it is, I'm guessing this is a 2002 Jeep Grand Cherokee WJ. Yeah, it's 2002. Let me see. Am I right? 2004. Holy crap. I was way off. Holy crap. Good God, bud. See, this is what trucks from Pennsylvania and New Jersey are supposed to look like. Now, granted, this one was, I'm willing to bet this was a plow truck. Yeah, this was almost definitely a plow truck. That's why she's so far gone. Big old Chevy. Maybe it wasn't a plow truck. Huh. Alright, it was just a mason up. No, it was a plow truck. Come on. Anyway, these plow trucks, man, they just disappear. So this is an 03. That's what an 03 is supposed to look like. That's an 87. You understand why I was so confused now, right? Moving on. Is this a Ford? Oh, you got the big bus. What's going on the big bus? We got an HEI distributor. Somebody's doohickey. You could use this as a workshop. Somebody's you know, rebuilding their motorb over there. Good stuff. I'm a little annoyed at how we're striking out on the WKs though. What have we seen? 2 of them? Neither one had anything we needed? Oh, hell yeah. 250 Econoline. I wonder what they were putting in these things. Well, this had to have been a 351, right? Oh, I'm gonna be a little quiet because there's a bunch of people around. I hate being that jabroni. I don't, oh man, smells like cat piss in there. That ain't happening. Somebody tell me what they put in these things. Probably, yeah, it's a 98. That had to be a 351, right? I don't know, were they still making the 351 in 98? Tell you what, bud, we're kind of striking out. I'm absolutely astounded that it looks like today's gonna be a bust. Ooh, what's this little guy? Little battleship gray Ford? Or is that a Chevy? No, it's a Ford. Is that a Ranger? Oh no, it's a Sierra. What's going on? This was not an OEM color, right? Hey, can we bring back blue interiors? Would that be so hard? Because I personally, I'm digging it. What year did we decide this is? 93. Huh. That's a hell of a lot cleaner than my 95 was, I'll tell you that much. I don't actually understand that sticker. But, oh. Never mind, I do. That's solid advice. Basically, be proactive, not reactive. That's basically what it's saying. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't seeing a lot of cool Chevys today. Here's a fun fact. I didn't get OBS's. I mean, I know I recognized that they were cool and everything, but I was like, who cares? Until I owned that, oh my God, you guys are gonna love this. Let me finish telling my story. Until I owned that 95 Sierra, and I was like, okay, I get it. The 350 TBI is not terrible, but look at this guy's shifter. So clearly this guy was a welder. It's pretty awesome. So his four-wheel drive transfer case shifter. Now the only bummer is I'm pretty sure in these trucks that is all vacuum stuff. It's not a hard link. Remember Eric had Eric, what year was your S10? 2000? Whatever. The transfer case never friggin' worked. Oh yeah, so he was a welder. Guessing that's where he worked. And decided, I'm surprised he didn't take this with him when he retired the truck. But the truck don't even look that bad. Is there damage to her somewhere, or what's the problem? You know, this is the kind of truck you want to look for. That indicator light, I wonder what that was for. Yeah, he had some aftermarkets. Let's see if we can figure out what he had going on. Well, he had a brake controller. Some kind of audio something. Audio video something. That's weird. That might not belong to this truck. Let's see. Oh, this is a 1990. It's probably a 2500, right? Built, not bought. You can have my guns when you pry them from my cold, dead hands. That's right. They can have them if they pry them from your cold, dead hands. Glad that you understand that. Yep, a TBI like we talked about. Chevy TBI is not that terrible, and because they still used, and I'm not talking out of my ass, but I don't have 100% grasp on this because I've never done the swap. My understanding is you can just slap a carb on here because the ignition is fully separate from whatever digicals are going on in there. So they tell me. I don't see anything in the engine compartment that would have been aftermarket though. So I'm guessing that was all trailer stuff related. There's a Honda cowl in here. You see any lights? Oh, he does have lights. Maybe it was a tow setup or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's a cool truck. Let me take a picture of that shifter welder handle for the instant grams. Huh. Now that's interesting. What do you think he had grounded out to his plastic seat here? It's not plastic, it's metal. Just in the junkyard, might as well investigate. Haven't used a single tool, have we? All right, let's test out our little kit. Let's get it out and pull out these, this has to be an aftermarket piece, right? That was almost definitely plastic from the factory. Let's get out our toolkit and see if it's any good. All right, friends, I'm fully aware of how hack this setup is. I got you hanging off the driver's seat there, but again, my phone's gonna ring in the middle. Telemarketer. What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying, doesn't matter. I had my gloves, not because I was afraid of getting dirty, but it was a little chillins this morning, but that's pretty much subsided. So let's test out this little guy here. I got you hanging off the driver's seat because I already told you I forgot my tripod today. These are Allen keys. Now, I don't know if it's a complete kit. I already see us being in trouble. Nope, that's the guy. Oh, there's a nut on the bottom that's just spinning. Tell you what, I'll bet you this sill is worth something. It's definitely an aftermarket piece. It's either aluminum or I think it's stainless, honestly. It's definitely stainless, yeah. He probably paid a pretty good penny for these. I'll bet you somebody would want them, but I don't have a GMC anymore. I don't know anybody with this year GMC that's gonna want them. So I'm just pulling them off so that we can trace these wires. It's more just an opportunity to test this little Cobalt set, which I gotta tell you, so far I'm kind of digging. I also could have tried out those stubby wrenches for holding the other end of it instead of using these pliers. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a big fan of this. These bits stay in there nice. That's my biggest complaint with most 1/4 inch kits. If the bits don't stay in or they want to fall out, I mean that. Oh, there it went. All right, but I really had to give it the mustard to get it to do that, so. All right, so for 19 bucks so far, I'm calling that 10 out of 10, and it fits in your pocket. Oh, this dude made these. Wow. Yeah, this guy was pretty cool. I can't understand why he would let this truck go to the junkyard looking like this, but this is part of the brake booster. I'm certain of it. This stuff, though, I don't really know. Goes up. Boy, I just don't know. Maybe whatever he had in here he took out. Yeah, this guy looked cool as hell, though. But we got WKs to find. So, if anybody's got a GMC and would like these, I'm certain these are stainless. They may charge you $5 a piece. I don't know. Sup, old girl? You got anything I need? Huh? Were we already in this one? I seriously feel like we were already in this one. Dirty seats, the leather seats that I thought were the 65th anniversary, but we haven't been here yet. What the hell is going on? again, center stack's missing. So apparently those buttons go bad in all of them. Not terrible tires, I gotta tell you. Huh. How old are these? And are there 4 of them? Those are Hondas. Nah. Damn it. Yeah, son of a gun. Hey, here's another nice old Chevy. We'll deal with that when we get to her, though. Sneak peek it. Oh, it's a 91. 91 Bourbon. Oh, there's probably a 454 in here, isn't there? Oh, and it's sitting next to a nice ZJ. All right, I can't wait to get over there. Let's get our tools and keep her moving. What's up, WJ? Friggin' van life. Is this another? This is an old Blazer, right? Yeah, first gen. Jimmy. So this probably has the TVI 352, right? Oh, 1990, definitely. You know, a lot of cool 2-door Chevys today. 2-door horse. Bad boy was used up. Tell you what. Oh, is that what we're looking at? Yeah, that's what we're looking at. It's good stuff. Whatever you were, this is an Eddie Bauer edition F250, if I had to guess, F150 rather. Not teabag, right? What is this? 5.8. Ain't it great? Don't even look like it's in that bad a shape. Actually, shoot, this frame probably needs a cab, right? Maybe a little bit of rust repair up in the fronty bits, but shoot, just don't look that bad. It was the Eddie Bauer edition nonetheless. So what year were they making the Eddie Bauer F-150? Oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Moving on. It's a good day in the yard. A lot of cool stuff. Not a lot of cool stuff that I needed, mind you. I love this color blue. And the old Chevys. Man, this is a good Chevy day. Eric should have been here. Should have brought our good buddy Dave. Dave is the Chevy man. It's Eric's new best friend. They geek out over Chevys together all day. Here's another WK. I like these wheels. I wouldn't mind taking them for my mother's Jeep. Tires are pretty good. And the backs are all spent. Oh, this is the Rocky Mountain edition, so it's gonna have those nice seats. And it's gonna have the heated seat button I need. I need this one right there. And it's already halfway taken out. So I'm gonna get a comfortable place to work, and then we're gonna do some work. I hope I don't knock y'all over. Not having a tripod is just some real amateur type stuff. Oh, that's why, because it's two separate. Let's try to disconnect 2 clips at once. There we go. Oh, come on. I'm trying to do the right thing, not damage anything. All right. Let's see these switches. Oh, do I have to take this whole unit? Huh. I didn't know that about WKs. Well, let's get this unit off. And I don't think I have a socket small enough. Not going to lie to you. I definitely don't. So what we're gonna have to do is this. You think it's gonna work? Oh yeah, it's gonna work. Because they're just plastic screws, meaning metal screws that go into plastic, not screws made out of plastic. And then I'll just save the ones that are in her truck. Okay, get that guy out. Who the heck uses a 2mm head screw to put some on? Just put a friggin' Phillips on it. Even make it a Torx. Even making it a Torx makes more sense than what we did here. All right, I know what you're thinking. Clearly your new toolkit failed because you didn't have a tool you needed, but 90% of the toolkits you're gonna bring to the junkyard are not gonna have whatever this is. It's like a, I don't even know what it is. It's like an 1/8 inch. So we would have been doing that anyway. So here we go. These are just dummies, you know, blocks, and then here's your actual button. I am going to go ahead and take the whole thing, because even though I think she just needs the button, I think that's all that's missing is this cover. I wouldn't mind you know, replacing the whole thing. This one looks a heck of a lot nicer than hers. Hers has some scratches, so Done and done. One part pulled. Does she need the stuff up here? No. She might like this center stack though. I think hers is just black. I'll find her another one someday if that's what she wants. You want to see something absurd? I just found this. This is, I can't tell if it's one of the Pelican boxes. I think it's the exact same box as my Harbor Freight box. Look, hinges are the same. This is one of the Apache boxes. Yeah, look, see, it's got the same vent. So I just found this on the floor. I don't know what the situation was. I don't know what was in it. They're waterproof, they're shock resistant, but fire appears to fork them up pretty good. But this is the one I was talking about. I think it's like 25 bucks. It's really pretty good considering what you're putting in there, you know, to protect it is potentially thousands of dollars. You put cameras in there, whether it's tools, whatever have you. So if you need to protect something, Pelican boxes are hundreds of bucks. The Apache ones that are just as good, again, not fire resistant. Keep that in mind. Well, friends, I was climbing all over this really nice 2007 Limited, and honestly, for a WK, I think this color scheme is just 10 out of 10. It is rare that I like chrome on a vehicle, no matter what the vehicle is. I friggin' hate chrome. Chrome don't go. Just looks good when you're standing on the side of the road. But I like the blue with the chrome on this. That is just... The little tint up there, forget about it. The reason I clicked the old camera on is because this is something my mother wanted. She loves to have these privacy jams. This is not the exact same color as hers, but it is intact. It's dirty, but it's in good shape. It's not ripped. I can clean all this up real easy, and it's going to be close enough. That's her calling to tell me what else she needs, so I'm going to go. But that's a great find. This is the kind of stuff, if you try to buy it on eBay, it's going to be like 120 bucks. Here, probably 40. All right, friends, here is that same V6 Dakota, with the same TBI 3.9, but this is the post 1990 version, I think, where they bumped the front grille out to accommodate the 5.2. So pre 1990, all Dakotas came with the V6. Post 1990, this is a 94. If they have this bumped out grille, they have the 5.2. Now here's my thing. I don't like the way the bumped out grille looks. If you keep it a flat grille, it looks like the first gen Dodges, and that's what you want, right? So personally, I like the extended cab. I would want to put the flat grille back on her, still have the 5.2. Now the key is this. This is why they had to bump it out. You couldn't get a radiator and the 5.2 in with the flat. So you can, not a radiator, fan, excuse me, Christmas amateur hour. I'm getting ahead of myself. They found you couldn't fit the 5.2 with a full-size fan, at least not a mechanical fan. And I guess in 1990, electric fans weren't up to the task. But there are people that have taken the flat front pre-90s, put a 5.2 or even a 5.9 in it, and then just put an electric fan up front. So that's probably what I'm going to do. My 89 has the flat front. At one point, I grabbed one of these to swap in, but I don't like the way they look. I want it to look like a first gen. So I don't know, there you go. It's more about Dakotas than you ever wanted to know. Yeah, 1994, again, this is a good looking truck, man. I like these little Dakotas. I like this cap too, matter of fact. Wouldn't mind having this on mine, but considering it doesn't even have a motor yet, seems a little weird to buy a cap for it. So it's just weird. Do those tires not look like they belong in this truck? What's going on here? What are we looking at? I mean, that's beefy rubber. Got them itty bitty. Why are these all disconnected? Why is this whole diff disconnected? Why is it disconnected, and why does this diff look so clean? Whoa. 04 Silverado. God, I wonder if Eric could use this diff. I mean, this thing looks brand new. The leaf spring even looks brand new. What the hell is going on here? Wait a minute. Are those really Silverado lights, or are these aftermarket? I'm so confused by this truck. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Maybe I don't actually know anything about trucks. Maybe that's why I'm always so damn confused. I don't know if we already talked about this Chevy, but we certainly didn't talk about the lights they... God dang it. Hold on. Pick everything down. Get the phone out. This better be good. It's not. Go away. What were we talking about? Yeah, so if you have a 1988 Chevy, please fight the urge to call up the mainland communists and have them send you some $7.50 taillights. I know, I get it. The urge to take things in. Oh my God, this was a nice truck. Holy shit. I can't even censor myself. Could you imagine what this truck must have looked like when it was new and clean? By the way, I'd like to point out blue interior. All right, that's case closed, by the way. We just did we ran the numbers. Blue interiors are the best, point blank. Bring back blue interiors. Ask not what you can do for your country, but how your country can get more blue interiors. Look at these wheel well bags. Oh my God, is that cool? All right, I'm often embarrassed when I geek out over a vehicle and I just really let myself go, and then later I have to go and watch the video while editing and I just cringe. So I'm gonna try to reel it in. Let's start up at the tip, we'll work our way back to the tail. Let's talk about this Chevy. Let me find my toolbox. By the way, so far I love the abbreviated toolbox. I'm more nimble, and because I'm more nimble, I'm more willing to actually pull stuff. What I don't love though is it's small and black, and I've almost lost it 93 times. And God, are you kidding me? His phone today. Oh, it's Eric. Yo. Nah, I actually went to Pennsburg. Yeah, actually, I found an 04 Silverado with a brand new diff. I took some pictures. I didn't know if that was something y'all could use, but somebody was definitely rebuilding the truck before they totaled it. Other than that, no, there's nothing good here. How you doing? Thanks, homie. I'll squawk at you soon. All right, be easy, bud. Peace. Eric's at work today. Dealing with stupid people. I'm in the yard. Being a stupid person. Let's talk about this Chevy now. You know what? Screw this. I want the full effect. Oh, it had... Was this a Chevy sign that it had in here? Or... I can't tell. I don't know. I want the full effect, though. So let's put this down. If we can. What's it caught on? This... Okay, whatever. So, looking at a 1988 V6 Chevrolet Blazer with the coolest late 80s, early 90s graphics I've ever seen. It's got that deep blue, 10 out of 10. With the chrome bumpers, oh my God. Now, what V6 is this? Some hood decals, just everything about this truck is perfect. All right, there's something that we lost our way with on sometime in the 90s. Just because a truck is big doesn't mean it's good looking. Big is not the deciding factor in whether or not a truck looks good. Some of my favorite trucks are relatively small. This is a relatively small truck. It's not an Excursion. It's not a Suburban. It's just, it's tight. The lines are beautiful. Look at this carrier on the back. Oh, you don't see stuff like that anymore. And of course, those awful taillights, literally. All right, now what V6 is this? It's got that same TBI, so I'm guessing, is this the 4.3? It's basically a 350, less 2 cylinders. It's a shame it wasn't a 5-speed. I have no idea if they made these in a 5-speed. Was 4-wheel drive, but again, I'm almost certain this is that awful vacuum actuated transfer case. Again, blue interior, not terribly big, not a lot of amenities, crank windows. Had AC though, I saw that. Radio, dope shag carpet. Yeah, there we go. Good enough from this. I mean, this is just a sassy feature that you don't see all the time. That's 10 out of 10. Everybody gets their own ashtray and speaker, naturally. Seat release. You put this seat forward, and I mean, you got a whole bed. Full-size bed. If this truck's rocking, don't come and knocking. Close this door up. You better believe, hey, listen to me. Listen to me. You see a truck this cool in a junkyard? You make sure you close every door, hatch, window, hood, and vent you can, so that the next guy has a chance to enjoy it. Now, unfortunately, we're missing our back window here. Let's see, how does this thing look underneath? Could this have been saved? I mean, the door's not great, but the frame's not terrible, right? Yeah. Frame's in good shape. It's a bummer. This thing could have been saved, right? My God, this phone. Gotten 3. Oh, Eric's on the call again. Alrighty, I don't remember what I was saying, but it's time for me to move on from this truck. But I think you get it. Trucks like this are gorgeous. And it's a shame because they get taken out of the world even more than cool looking old cars do because of off-roading, right? Because of work, because of snow plows. I mean, somebody, you know, here's how a truck like this goes from good to destroyed. It's decent, some old man owns it. He's got to sell it, so he sells it for $5,000. It's some guy who's going to use it as a winter vehicle. He keeps it nice, then his son gets a hold of it, right? And it becomes his beater, and then he puts a snowplow on it, and then he lifts it up, and then, you know, before you know it, it's like this. I don't know. I get literally sad when I see stuff like this in the junkyard because it was so cool. This is how I know it went to some guy's son, by the way. No old guys putting... These lights are terrible. You're a bad person. Just putting 2018 Chinesium lights on a 1988. If anybody knows anything about these V6s, I imagine they're just as reliable as their V8 counterparts. My God, oh. Look at that heater core line. Yeah, anyway, let's carry on. I gotta get home. I gotta go pick up the executive producer. She's at school. It's a Monday, and you're wondering, well, Doug, why aren't you at work? Doug started a new job, and it's actually going to keep me from making videos for you guys to some extent because it's going to take me a while to get up to speed there. I got to learn. I'm working in a marina. I'm going to be a service manager. I mention it just to let you know that my schedule is going to be different, and for the time being, I don't know exactly how it's going to affect D&E. Tell you what, bud, not a bad day. This was only 15 bucks. I thought for sure they were gonna try to charge me like 40 or 50 bucks for it just to be dicks, you know, because of the size. And then I got this piece for 5 bucks, which honestly, again, was less than I was expecting. They very easily could have charged me like 1 for each button or something, but 20 bucks, got some good parts for the Jeep that my mother and I are restoring. And this toolbox, absolutely 10 out of 10. We're gonna talk about it more at home, but I dug it. I mean, granted, I wasn't trying to pull anything too big, but it did what I needed it to do. I may very well have been playing myself, dragging this bag through the mud and the blood and the beer all these years, carrying around a 1/2-inch thing. If you're not pulling tires, what the hell do you need, or suspension parts, what do you need a 1/2-inch impact for in the yard, right? All right, let's go home. Actually, I gotta go pick up the executive producer, then we'll go home and we'll wrap this video up. What do you say? Tell you what, man, that's all there is to it. So if you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I don't know, maybe go check us out, our website, monkeywithatoolbox.com, my other YouTube channel, Doug V Carburetor. Check us out on Instagram, D&D_in_the_garage. How hard is that? Just go do it. And as always, thanks for watching. Yeah.